Conductor of the train did everything he could to try to slow this train down. He signaled these loud train horns that they're equipped with, all along with the flashing lights. The SUV, we can see from the video, begins to catapult and flip violently several times.
A really tough story and a heartbreaking development this morning. 5 people, including 2 children, are dead. 2 others are fighting for their lives right now after the Hillsborough County Sheriff tells us a train crashed into a vehicle in Plant City. Now, this happened at tracks in the area of Highway 92 in Jim Leffler Circle. The 7 people that were in that vehicle were all reportedly heading to a birthday party. Now, we want to take you live out to that scene where 10 Tampa Bay's Aaron Parsegian is in Plant City with the very latest, as well as details on what to expect as the investigation gets underway. And Aaron actually saw some people out there on the scene as well.
Yeah, and this is a scene of immense tragedy, Angie. You can see the crossing behind me where this happened last night. We're still working to learn more information, including the names of the victims involved, as well as get an update on the condition of those 2, the driver and the front passenger, who were sent to the hospital in critical condition. We'll bring you that information as soon as we have it, but there have been some people here checking out the scene this morning. Obviously a scene of so much tragedy. We want to get some insight now, though, on this crash, because one of the biggest things we're going to be looking into in the coming hours and days is what caused this car, according to witnesses and the sheriff, to slowly go through that stop sign rather than stop at it last night. And joining me now is a rail safety expert as well as a former conductor, Michael Callanan. Tell me, we were here this morning kind of checking out the scene. We see the stop sign, but you noticed, something about some of the safety measures here. Can you tell me about what you saw yourself?
This is a private road, a private crossing, so they're not required to have the arms or the bells or the lights flashing. It's just a sign that says railroad crossing. It's not maintained by the city, county, or state. So it's especially dangerous because there's no protective devices to prevent cars from crossing when there's a train coming.
And we heard the sheriff say earlier, he said, the conductor did everything they could to really alert this car that they were coming. What can the conductor do in these situations when they notice a car on the tracks?
There's very limited things they can do. They can lay on the horn as they did, or activate the emergency braking system, which is a button that releases air throughout the train and applies the brakes in an emergency situation.
Still a lot of investigating that has to go into this. We just saw a state inspector out here on the scene taking photos. What else has to happen from here on out?
This will be an investigation through not only the state, but also the sheriff's office and the railroad itself. There is an event recorder on the train. They'll download that. There's cameras in the windshield of the train, and they'll also do a mechanical inspection of the train to make sure everything was working properly, that there was no issue with the train that caused this accident.
Still a lot of questions we're looking to get answered. Thank you, Michael, for being here this morning. We'll, of course, bring you any updates as soon as we get them. Live in Plant City, Aaron Parsegian, 10 Tampa Bay.